In this video, we have the Moto G 2026 edition versus the Moto G Power 2026 edition. $200 phone versus a $300 phone. What are the differences? All right, everyone. Hopefully, guys are having a good day. Hopefully, everyone is safe out there. These are two brand new phones that Motorola just released. Of course, on the left side, we have the Moto G 2026 edition. This device is released at about $200. You guys can pick it up at Amazon, Best Buy, and Motorola's website. And of course, we have the Moto G Power 2026, a device that's $100 more than the regular Moto G, and this offers a bit more niceties than the Moto G, but there are going to be some surprising things that I talk about in this video. So let's go ahead and compare the differences. First and foremost, the weight of these devices right here. The Moto G 2026 is going to be 202 grams and the Moto G Power is going to be 208 grams. And I can absolutely feel that this is going to be a little bit of a heavier device for the Moto G Power. Also, on the display right here, these displays are made out of different Gorilla Glasses. The regular Moto G is going to be made out of a Gorilla Glass 3 screen, and we're going to have a silicone polymer back right here, which is basically eco leather, and of course a plastic frame around this as well. As far as the Moto G Power, the glass front is going to be a little bit more premium. We have Gorilla Glass 7i, and of course we have that silicone polymer back on this as well. So we have the eco leather on the back. So both these devices are going to feel very, very premium for their price tags, and they're going to feel very, very nice in general. They also look very good. Very, very elegant looking devices. And of course, a plastic frame on the Moto G Power as well. So as far as the display, the Moto G Power is going to have a little bit more of a stronger display with that Gorilla Glass 7i. Both these devices are nano SIM compatible, and both devices have eSIM compatibility as well. As far as the Moto G 2026, we do have a water repellent design, but no other certifications. And if we go over to the Moto G Power 2026, this device has all of the protection that you need. We have an IP68/IP69, dust tight and water resistance up to high pressure jets, immersible up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. It's also military standard 810H compliant right there. So we have a certification on this. So of course, this is going to be a little bit more rugged than the regular Moto G. As far as our display goes, we're going to have a 720p display on the Moto G. This is going to have a resolution of 720 by 1604 with a 262 ppi. This is also going to be a 6.7-inch display, about an 85% screen to body ratio. We have a 120 Hz refresh rate on here as well, and 1000 nits peak brightness. As far as the Moto G Power right here, this is going to be a little bit nicer. We have a 6.8-inch screen to body ratio of 86.3% and a full HD display on here. So as far as the resolution, we get a full HD display, 1080 by 2388, and instead of that 262 ppi, we actually get a 387 ppi in here. So a much more pixel dense display on the Moto G Power 2026 right here. Also, 120 Hz refresh rate on here, 1000 nits peak brightness, and of course that Corning Gorilla Glass 7i compared to the Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on the Moto G. Both these devices come out of the box with Android 16. Both have 2 years of operating system updates as far as I know, and 3 years of security patches. The funny thing about these devices is the Moto G Power has the same processor as the Moto G 2026. So both devices are going to have a MediaTek Dimensity 6300. So we both have that 6nm chipset inside of here. As far as our GPU, both have the same GPU. We have the Mali G57. As far as the RAM and storage, both devices have 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and we can expand our storage up to a terabyte via micro SD card. And of course, we have 4 gigabytes of RAM on the regular Moto G 2026, and we have double the RAM on the Moto G Power with 8 gigabytes of RAM. As far as the cameras we get on here, with the Moto G right here, we get a 50 megapixel wide angle camera, and for our secondary camera, we have a 2 megapixel macro, LED flash, HDR. We have the panorama mode on here as well, and we can shoot up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. Going to the Moto G Power, we do have a 50 megapixel wide angle camera, but we also have a secondary 8 megapixel ultra wide camera that we do not see on the Moto G. So that's the upgrade we get right there. Of course, we have LED flash, HDR, and we can actually shoot up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, as well as 30. As far as the front facing cameras on both these devices, both have a 32 megapixel wide angle camera, and both can shoot up to 1080p at 30 frames per second with those selfie cameras. Both devices have Dolby Atmos Atmos stereo speakers on here. Both devices have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack at the bottom right there, so beautiful to see that on here. Both have a very, very solid side-mounted fingerprint sensor right there, very accurate, very quick. Both have a 5200 milliamp battery, and both have 30-watt wired charging on here. We don't have any charger inside of the box, and both these devices do not have wireless charging. There are many websites saying that the Moto G Power actually does have wireless charging. I have tested it, and it absolutely does not. So what do we get for $100 more on the Moto G Power? Of course, we get that IP68 and IP69 dust height and water resistance on here. We get the military standard 810H compliance. We of course get Gorilla Glass 7i instead of Gorilla Glass 3. We get a 387 ppi pixel density with a full HD display instead of 262 and only an HD display. We get a little bit of a better camera on this device with that ultra wide camera. And of course, we get double the RAM inside of this device compared to the Moto G's 4 gigabytes of RAM. So those are the differences between the $200 Moto G 2026 and the $300 Moto G Power 2026. Which device would you rather pick up? Let me know in the comment section down below. Obviously, we have a few more niceties inside of the Moto G Power 2026, but honestly, I don't think the price difference is justified. I think this is still a decent phone at $300, but adding those things inside this device for $100 more is kind of crazy, and not giving it a better processor than the Moto G. All around, both these devices are still pretty solid for their respective price tags, but I was hoping for more out of the Moto G Power 2026. The Moto G 2026 is perfectly rated though. Very, very good $200 device right here. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinion, and hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.